r/AskReddit, what tourist destination should be avoided at all costs? The supermarket near my house. Please don't come here. Butte Sainsbury's. Market basket in Somerville Ma equals Thunderdome. India and Egypt if you are a solo girl. Let's throw in Morocco. I wouldn't recommend India at all if you're female. Especially if you're a young, attractive female. Nassau. It's in the Bahamas and most cruise lines always stop at that port. But it's a whole town dedicated to trap tourists into buying overpriced stuff. They play music through the whole town and you can't walk more than 2 feet without someone trying to sell you something. It's like Newark, New Jersey but on a semi-decent island. I got off the boat and we walked like up and down whatever the main street is and I said well that was gross, let's go back to the boat. People should go to the Grand Canyon. But not the side closest to Vegas. It's a tourist scam. Take the time to go to any of the parks that access the canyon. Are you talking about the South Rim with the glass bridge? Not sure if it's a scam. Expensive, sure. But saves hours by going there vs the other side if coming from Vegas. I have been twice and it is still the most spectacular thing I have ever seen and I have traveled all over the world. Brace yourself for a deluge of Cairo posts. Wherever 7,000 passenger cruise ships can dock. Couldn't pay me to go to Dubai. Darn it. I was just about to offer you 100 Dubai Lion dollars to go to Dubai. But since you prematurely rejected this offer, I will have to select someone else at random. It has the same vibe as a giant mall. I hate Dubai, everything is artificial and expensive. My cousin's wife lived over there for a few years. She said it's basically the uncanny valley of cities. Everything seems fake. But not in a North Korea way, more like, the ultimate expression of capitalism kind of way. Bondi Beach. Honestly one of the crappier beaches in Sydney that is so chock full of tourists that you're swimming/relaxing with 8 million other people. If you can, go down the coast further. Wollongong, Kiama, and Gerringong have beautiful beaches with much less traffic and friendlier people. Just go straight from the beach to do the Bondi coastal walk, it's breathtaking. Cabo. Went in honeymoon in 2017. We never left the tourist areas yet wife's drink was still drugged. Thankfully the free drink they offered me, I declined. Also thankfully my wife was okay. Just needed to sleep it off. I had a friend who also had a laced drink in Cabo last summer. Hey man, where on Cabo did you stay? I'm about to go there in a couple of months and would like the heads up. Cairo, IL is also a shithole. Hollywood Walk of Fame. Dubai. I've always wondered, do you see normal people enjoying normal life there? What kind of people do you mostly see there? Just knowing it's being built by literally enslaved people bothers me a lot. So apparently India. Especially if you're a female. Seen too many posts about it? Been to India backpacking 6 years ago with my buddy and his wife. We had 3 incidents where we had to leave an area because groups of males swarmed us that never have seen a blonde woman and started shoving phone cameras in her face. Times Square. Shops, buskers, and those overly aggressive Muppet characters all trying to separate you from your cash. It's just a few billboards and a place to buy cheaper Broadway tickets. They're not even interesting billboards anymore. They used to have crazy lighting setups, moving components, and so on. Now they're just LED walls that may or may not be curved. A lot of people are naming tourist destinations that are actually just tourist attractions. As in, you come, you check it out for 15 minutes, and then you leave. If you go to Times Square or Hollywood and expect to spend all day there, that's on you for not understand what the attraction is. Blackpool. It's not as shitty as a lot of other spots mentioned here, but Plymouth Rock is super lame. Don't do it. I've never seen too much public nudity as I have on my nights away in Blackpool. There's a bar, forget what it was called, with a glass dance floor on the first floor so from ground you could see people throwing shapes. What I saw was a girl with no knickers on smudging herself across a dirty sticky dance floor. I know multiple people who grew up in Belfast in the 1970s who say that Blackpool is still the worst place they've ever been. Ping pong show in Thailand. Is it anything like the ping pong show in Benidorm? The London Eye. What a crock of, they have the nerve to call a ride on a Ferris wheel a flight. I think that was only the case when it was sponsored by British Airways. I went last year. I didn't pay for the tickets, it was a great weather day, and I kid you not, 0 queue. Still not worth it? Been to London quite a few times. Wife and I did the Eye once and it was fine. Got some neat pictures, but there's no real reason to do it again. Myrtle Beach, Dubai. The stupid little rock has zero historical significance too. It's not mentioned by the colonists. The significance was pretty much invented in local lore in the 19th century, I believe. That being said, downtown Plymouth is fantastic and well worth the visit though. New York City on New Year's Eve, Dubai. A turd rolled in glitter. I'd say Paris Disneyland, if you want to spend a day in line surrounded by crying children and angry parents pushing you, that's the place for you. So, Disneyland in general, then. Disney World in Orlando is that, plus the sweltering swamp heat. Pyongyang, Salem, Massachusetts, biggest tourist trap I've ever been to. I lived in New England for about 10 years and the key is to go there in the summer. All the attractions are still open, no lines, which is good because yes, they're all for the most part pretty lame. But it's a really beautiful harbor town with great food too. It's a shame that people only go there during Halloween when it's verifiably miserable. Most Middle Eastern countries if you are gay. UK, Land's End and John O'Groats are neither the northernmost nor southernmost points of the country but have become tourist attractions because people believe them to be. Both are utter crap holes that exist only to relieve tourists of money for crap souvenirs and overpriced drinks. I've been told that Niagara Falls is disappointing, a lot of hype, but it's just a big waterfall with a tourist center and souvenir shops. Others have said that the Mona Lisa in the Louvre was disappointing. The painting isn't very big, and there's usually a huge crowd of people wanting to see it. I've seen copies in other places, including the Da Vinci Museum in Rome. I don't need to travel to Paris for that. Niagara Falls is incredible. The tourist trap shops surrounding it are incredibly stupid. Hollywood. Stonehenge was dinky compared to what I was expecting. The big issue I have is that Salisbury Plains just isn't near anything worthwhile. Sure, there's a henge and it's fascinating, but how long can you look at it? All that time to get there and then to leave again for like 15 minutes where you actually enjoyed being there, and another hour of I need to spend time here to be worthwhile. The gondola ride is Venice is remarkably overrated. Wall drug in SD. Fantastic caverns in MO. Basically any place that has billboards 8 states away. Ocean Drive in South Beach, Miami Beach. The beach itself is nice and cool to see some of the architecture, but 90% plus of the bars and restaurants are tourist trash. France. I can get treated poorly much closer to home for a lot less. Yes. The Lizard is much nicer and is actually the most southerly point. Really surprised it hasn't been said, but Hollywood, California. As someone who lives down the road and works in the area frequently, it is a shithole. Dirty and crime-ridden. A few cool things locals can do frequently on weeknights, but trust me when I say everything you see on TV really is smoke and mirrors. I really like the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again, Reddit glitch out.